So what I found myself was in this position, right? My kids are grown. They're off to college. I've got my business is sold. I'm starting this kind of new job. And I had a little pocket of change because I just sold my business. And I was not expecting this pocket of change. And I thought, what can I do with this? What can I do with this? What can I do with this to make a difference? I set some aside for college tuition because, college costs money.
Yeah.
And then started thinking about what could I do for the community. So then started Leadership Wichita about this same time as the singer-songwriter comes to our church. Her name was Ashley Cleveland. She was a Grammy award-winning artist from Nashville, Tennessee. Brought a guitar, dedicated a song to the women of the House of Magdalene in Nashville, Tennessee. My husband and I are sitting out in the audience, and he goes, well, I know you're looking for something to do. He said, let's Google this. And Googled it, started pulling it up, and found out it was a 2-year program for women that were transitioning out of lives of sex trafficking and abuse. So my husband, he said, hey, why don't you take some girlfriends and go to Nashville, find out what this is about. So I did. I took a couple of girlfriends with me. I just started Leadership Wichita. Came back from Nashville. Well, whenever I got there, it was just a beautiful program. I can tell you that. I walked in and I said, well, hey, we're here from Wichita and we want to know about your program. And they said, well, great. We're making things out of recycled paper today. We're making CD covers. And I said, would you like to come in and help us? And I go, absolutely. And I found myself just sitting and working beside these women who had this history that was much different than my history, but they were working in a small business. They were producing these CD covers and making them out of recycled paper. And, in Nashville, you can imagine the demand for CD covers is kind of big. And so we did that for 3 days, and then I came back to Wichita. About that time, we entered into a day in Leadership Wichita that was called like a community engagement, community caring day. And it was all about nonprofits in Wichita and what they were doing. So I listened really intently because I thought, are we duplicating anything if we bring a program like that to Wichita? Does that already exist here? And I found out that through Leadership Wichita that trafficking was a problem. Sex trafficking was a problem in Wichita. I had no idea.
And you learned that through our Shaping Community Day?
Yes. I had no idea. I'm thinking, man, I live east and we got what? What kind of problem we got? And then I asked this very telling question. I said, what are we doing about it? It got kind of quiet. I could tell that people were thinking, and they said, we've got some great programs. We've got some great programs that are helping, with women who are getting maybe coerced, little girls and that are getting coerced into trafficking. We've got a great program for that. We've got some mentoring programs. But I couldn't hear that we had a 2-year residential program for women. And that's where my journey started with Raise My Head Foundation.